Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Husted, and I'm delivering higher wisdom messages from the angelic realm. And they're from Sophia, who's known as the feminine essence of the Holy Spirit. A lot of times the archangels will chime in, and also Jesus, and a lot of times they come together. So do my best to go into deep meditation every morning to empty myself of who I think I am, reach higher, and come into that meditative state in order to receive this divine flow of information. And then I deliver them to you. So today is about ego and pride is the message. And they're going to talk about how our wholeness of who we are is robbed when the ego takes over. And they're going to talk about the new way that ego will align for the greater good. And again, it's this new age that we're going into, this walking more into enlightenment and not such into the selfish society that we used to be. Again, they're going to talk about how it will take some time to get there, but they're talking about how to align your ego for the greater good of all and come back into the heart. They always talk about the heart. They talk about free will, how they cannot force us to do anything, but they can help us. And this angelic realm, this higher wisdom is here to help us, but cannot force because we have free will. So again, they'll talk about the beauty of asking for help. And again, they'll talk about change takes time. They'll give you tips on ways to get out of the ego and ways to come into more heart centered space through breathing and different tips on rewiring the ego. So, this is a great one. Again, it's called Ego and Pride. And I'm going to go ahead and pop it up. Okay, so it says today we want to talk about ego and pride and how they play a role in your existence on earth. Ego was designed to help manifest the desires of your heart. But over time, the desires became self centered and self serving, and the ego lost its true connection to source. When a spirit gets lost in the energy of greed, it robs the whole of the love energy meant to sustain life. This energy of wholeness, is truly who you are. Therefore, when the ego gets overzealous for its own desires and needs, it starts to claw and scratch its way to the top, leaving behind destruction in its path, not caring about others and only seeking selfish gain. These days are gone, and now the ego is being transformed and renewed. The ego will now align to the greater good of all. Not all beings upon the earth will realize this new difference of their ego, but they will start to see how selfish gains will not be supported in this new era. The old ways of egotism are slowly coming to an end as the love energy of Source God Creator's true essence is being infused in each and every soul. This love energy will not be used for selfish seeking gain, but rather for the good of all, leaving the ego to readjust its alignment back into the heart and unity consciousness. Now, you ask how long it will take, and we say each person has its own journey of soul. So, the grand game of remembrance will take some people a short time and many others a lifetime, but all will start to see that selfish gain and destructive attempts at personal gain will no longer be supported. And that is our promise to you. Therefore, moving forward, you will start to see groups and communities gather together in support and love. You will see marriages and families change more into tribe like communities working together to uplift the whole. You will begin to see the widow, the shut ins, the lonely people find the love and support they will need to feel grounded and safe. No more will there be a rich person upon the hill with plenty and not sharing. All will share in the bounties of their harvest, for in doing so, their soul will rise within them the gifts of the Spirit. For it is in this unity consciousness, in non judgment and supportive love for all, that your innate abilities will come forth, guiding and helping others. Together as one will be the new way of living. This will be a vast difference from the way you have perceived life. Where in this community mindset, all will feel the love they need to come back into alignment to their true self. What a grand time you are in. And we are so excited to walk alongside everyone now. For the logistics, it will take much practice and intelligence for each person to tame their ego and release their pride. For in doing so, they will develop new habits that will sustain them. You see, you will always have free will. Therefore, we cannot change and force change upon you. This is your individual journey back into wholeness, and it will take persistence in rewiring old habits and beliefs. But we're always with you. So ask for assistance and we will help. That is our promise to you. To rewire the ego will take stillness and calming of the mind. We have talked about this before. The very best way to still your mind is to drop into your heart and feel your breath. This heart breath alignment is always going to lead you back home, for your breath is the gateway to your body and spirit, and your heart is the connection to the divine. Through this daily practice of heart and breath, you will rewire and realign your body, mind, and spirit into the true essence of love. Next, we say use the tapping technique you call EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It is a great way to release the looping and unwanted thoughts. Tap on your head, your forehead, your cheeks, your upper lip, your chin, and your heart to align to releasing the emotions brought forth by looping thoughts. This is a powerful way to rid your body of excess energy and beliefs. Another great technique is to capture your unwanted thoughts and restate them into more positive outcomes. See, feel, and envision the desires of your heart with alignment to the greater whole. You must realize how powerful your mind is and how your thinking aligned to your heart literally create the reality you're living in. That is why we ask you to become a master of your mind in order to calm the ego and realign yourself to love. Every soul upon the earth has the ability to do this and awaken within them the gifts of your true I am nature. The abundance of love is waiting for all who accept this message of hope. For in doing so, this hope, this love will arise within each, such a massive change that you cannot even dream of now. These changes, this life that awaits you is more grand and glorious than you can ever imagine. So let go of the old beliefs and be open to change. Ask us for help and we will guide you into this next grand adventure. Love, Sophia, Jesus, and the archangels. And before I disconnect this message, I do want to go back to a few things. I think it's kind of cool how they talk about how it's going to take us time and it's going to take us time to rewire our ego. And all along, all through these messages, they keep talking about each individual will be on their own journey of soul, and they all have, and everybody has free will. So we cannot be forced to do anything. And through all these messages, they keep talking about as we come back to love and as we come back to non judgment, we will walk into who we're designed to be because as a whole, we are more powerful than separated and in competition and confrontation all the time. It's coming back to alignment too. We all have a beautiful part to play in this game we call life, because we all came from the one true source. And you'll find in all these messages that they use God, source, creator, okay, higher wisdom. And I think I said this at the beginning of the message. They're going to come into different ways of expressing to all of you, not your religious beliefs, not your dogma, not your personal beliefs, but more this coming back into who we all are designed to be, where we're all in the made in the image of the divine. And so no more judging, no more separateness is what we are walking into. And that's a big ask because we all have been taught to be so separated and to point the fingers and have war and have different beliefs. And my belief is right and yours isn't right. My political stance is right and yours isn't right. And it's all this belief. And so this is what they're saying is going to take us some time to calm those egos down and to be in a place of unity consciousness. But they say what a grand time you're in. And we're so excited to walk alongside of everyone now. So take as much time as you need and practice what you want out of life, not what you don't want. Reach into the heart through your breath, through the alignment to your heart, for they say the breath and the heart are the gateway to the divine. And they talk about also, they gave us some specific techniques and emotional freedom technique. which is the tapping of your body, or any way that you can release stress in your body, jumping up and down or doing breath work is going to help you to release those looping thoughts that keep you stuck in your old ways. All right. They're also going to talk about capturing your thoughts and rewiring them and restating them, and you're going to realize how powerful your mind is. And so that's why they always talk about becoming a master of your mind in order to calm your ego and realign yourself back to love. So it's again, it's this rewiring of who we've been taught to be through so many generations and so many, probably thousands of years. And now we're going to walk into this grand awakening that will take as long as it needs to, where we're walking into this love energy of who we truly are. And who we truly are is unity consciousness and non-judgment. Okay. And so anything else I want to, no, I think that was a good recap. So I love this message. Again, it talks about how they're helping us to rewire ego and pride. And we all have ego. It was designed, if you remember at the beginning of the message, it was designed to help support each other, how to bring together support and love for each other. But because we lost our way and we forgot who we are, and we forgot that we're all one, that we came from the one true God, source creator, that we started to use that ego to hurt each other and to say, I'm right, you're wrong. And that caused division, and that caused a lot of separation and pain. And so, again, this is just another beautiful message, just encouraging us to walk into who we're designed to be through the energy of love and gratitude and oneness that we all came from our one true God, source creator. And this is where we're hoping to evolve into over the next couple hundred years. But personally, I'd like it a little faster. So I'm going to try my best to keep releasing who I think I am and walking into who I'm designed to be. All right. Thank you so much and have a great day.